Now the man whose photograph you see right here is the man we're talking about. It's a very sad story. His name is Janani Luwum, Archbishop of the Church of Uganda. Janani Luwum. Janani is spelled Janani. Janani. Luwum is Luwum. Janani Luwum. His story is going to break your heart. His story is going to make you weep. His story will make you shed tears. My God have mercy. If you are ready, this is the African History Club. Hear me now.
Yabo! Yabo!
Now Janani Jakalia Luwum. Janani Jakalia Luwum was born circa 1922. He was born 3 years ahead of Idi Amin Dada, a one-time president of Uganda who ruled the country for 8 solid years. Today we're talking about Janani Jakalia Luwum. His life is about to get you shedding tears. In fact, he was born circa 1922. And when he was born, oh my God, he loved spirituality right from the start. His parents worshipped idols from the traditional African family. And of that heritage and legacy, he was so proud. We are talking about Janani Jakalia Luwum. He was born circa 1922. And he was born in the Kitgum district of Uganda, the northern part of Uganda. My brother, my sister, when he was born, he belonged to the traditional African religion. He loved spirituality and he adhered by every single word of the gods of Kitgum. My brother, my sister, he came from the village of Mukwini in the Kitgum district of Acholi. My brother, my sister, his parents came from the Acholi ethnic group. Acholi is spelled A-C-H-O-L-I. Now the Acholi people are a Neolithic, in fact they are a Neolithic ethnic group of Luo people found in Magwi County in southern Sudan and some parts of Uganda, including the districts of Agago, Amuru, Gulu, Kitgum, Nwoya, Larwo, and many more in Uganda. My brother, my sister, he attended school at Gutu High School. And then he moved on to Boroboro Teacher Training School because he wanted to be a teacher. Boroboro is B-O-R-O-B-O-R-O, Boroboro. That was the school he went to, Boroboro Teacher Training College. And he came out as a teacher, a primary school teacher. He will teach his pupils very beautiful Christian songs and traditional songs. And a song that had a good melody and a good lesson. Oh, and good morals. He will teach. In fact, his class was always lively. As a primary school teacher, he was the best teacher in his school and won that prize several times. My brother, my sister, long before Uganda became independent. Now listen to what happened. Remember, today we're talking about Janani Jakalia Luwum, born circa 1922. My brother, my sister, he was born in Mukwini in the Kitgum district of northern Uganda. And he was born to Acholi parents. Hear this now, my brother, my sister. Now, after teaching at the primary school for some time, he converted to Christianity in 1948. My brother, my sister, he was only 26 years old. And then the following year, 1949, when he was 27 years, our hero for today, Janani Jakalia Luwum, went to the Buwalasi Theological College, where he went to study theology. Little did he know that, his destiny was being shaped. In 1950, at the age of 28, our hero was attached to the St. Philip's Church in Gulu, and he was ordained deacon in 1953. And then following his achievements, he became a priest, an ordained priest. He served in the Upper Nile Diocese of Uganda and later in the Diocese of Mbale. And in 1969, my brother, my sister, our hero was 47 years old. He was consecrated Bishop of the Diocese of Northern Uganda at Gulu. After 5 years, he was appointed Archbishop of the Metropolitan Province of Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and Boga in Zaire, becoming the second African to hold this enviable position. This is where the class ends.
Yabo!
We are talking about Janani Luwum. We have taken you through the journey where he became an archbishop, coming from a traditional African background. And in the traditional African home, when the child is born, they give you water. And then they give you alcohol on your lip, just a tip of that. And they say, when you taste alcohol, remember to say it is alcohol. And when you taste water, remember to let everybody know that it's water. In other words, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. My brother, my sister, this upbringing, our hero for today upheld all his life. Here we're wrapping now. Now, my brother, my sister, when he became archbishop, it was around that same time Idi Amin Dada had become the president of Uganda. How many of us remember Idi Amin Dada? Idi Amin Dada ruled Uganda for 8 solid years. And my producer is going to put a photo of Idi Amin Dada on the board so you will see who Idi Amin Dada is. Producer, put up the photo of Idi Amin Dada. Idi Amin Dada, my brother, my sister, was the president of Uganda for 8 solid years. And during his reign, this is Idi Amin Dada. Many people saw his regime as a murderous one, a very bloody one. Nobody liked Idi Amin except the people of the north, where he came from. And remember, our hero for today also came from that area, the northern part of Uganda. So naturally, they were supposed to be friends, but they were not. Our hero for today, Archbishop Janani Luwum, hated Idi Amin's guts. Idi Amin killed so many people. So many people disappeared, so many Ugandans in the reign of Idi Amin. So many people are torn between seeing Idi Amin as a murderer and also a patriot. He sent away Asians in 1972. My brother, my sister, saying that it was an economic war. He wanted Uganda to be owned by Ugandans. Idi Amin ended up in Saudi Arabia in exile after he moved from Libya, where he felt that the leader of the Jamahirian people of Libya, my brother, my sister, Muammar Gaddafi, had finally betrayed him and was exalting and extolling the virtues of Julius Kambarage Nyerere, who was one of those who caused the ouster of Idi Amin from power. I don't know, students, if you are following this. Now, Idi Amin ruled Uganda for 8 years. Julius Nyerere, producer, find a photograph of Julius Nyerere. And Nyerere is spelled N-Y-E-R-E-R-E. Nyerere. Some people say in Ira. Correct pronunciation is Nyerere. Julius Nyerere. Julius Nyerere. Now, Julius Nyerere was the president of Tanzania. And when Idi Amin was killing his own people, a dictator, he came in and supported the forces to remove Idi Amin from power. Idi Amin never ever forgave him. But Muammar Gaddafi was a very good friend of Idi Amin. So when Idi Amin was out of power, he relocated to Libya, where he was taken care of by Muammar al-Gaddafi. This is Kambarage Nyerere, a very young photograph of Nyerere. My brother, my sister, see what happened now. After some time, Muammar Gaddafi started to gravitate towards Nyerere, the man who ousted Idi Amin. And Idi Amin felt slighted and betrayed. He decided to leave Libya and go all the way to Saudi Arabia. In fact, during his reign, when he converted to Islam, he made sure he built a lot of mosques right there in Uganda. So the Saudis loved him. When he got to Saudi Arabia, he was warned that they will give him a very good treat, only if he will shut up and would not talk about politics and so on and so forth. And he obliged. He had a monthly stipend of 26,000 American dollars, as told to us by his son, Jafar Amin, who himself went into exile with his father when he was only 12 years old. He was born in 1956. My brother, my sister, Idi Amin Dada killed a lot of people. And our hero for today, Archbishop Luwum, spoke vehemently against Idi Amin. He decried the killing in Uganda. He decried the murder in Uganda. And Idi Amin was so angry. Idi Amin had him arrested, my brother, my sister. And when he was arrested, they accused him of what? Trying to topple the government, treason. He and some other archbishops and members of the church were arrested. And Idi Amin claimed that they were trying to topple the government. Bring back the photograph of Archbishop Luwum. Archbishop Luwum, having been arrested, was taken through a lot. In fact, they took him to the military camp where he was beaten up so badly. They beat him so terribly. And the two other priests. How dare you ever criticize Idi Amin Dada? Are you crazy? Don't you know you are from the same area with him? How dare you criticize him? They beat him up to pulp. But he continued to tell them, Uganda first, humanity first. In fact, they were convicted of treason and they were going to be taken away, my brother, my sister, to be executed. On the way, something happened. It came in the news that they were involved in an accident. Listen, oh, they were involved in an accident, and only Archbishop Luwum and the two other priests died in the accident. The driver survived. The next person to the driver also survived, but only the priests were killed in the accident. How did the accident happen? According to the Idi Amin regime, when they were taking them to be executed, they started to struggle with the driver whilst the car was in motion so that they could escape. And the driver lost control of the vehicle, and the vehicle crashed, killing only the priest. But the driver and the next person to him holding a gun all survived. But when the body was finally released to the family of Archbishop Luwum, they realized that he had about 17 bullet holes in his body. And the most damning of it all, there was one bullet shot through his mouth. Later information came out that they terrorized these priests, beat them up, and asked them to confess. They told them they were not guilty. They were only asking for a better regime. Idi Amin decided to have them executed. They were killed. And it was said that they were involved in an accident. My brother, my sister, today we tell you the story of the great Archbishop Janani Luwum. He died on the 16th of February 1977 with 17 bullet wounds in his body and also through his mouth. He died a very sad death. Now the church has eulogized him and also martyred him and the two other priests. Producer, see if you can put a photograph of statues of Archbishop Luwum and the two other priests who have been martyred. In fact, the Archbishop and the two other priests, they are celebrated in Uganda every year. My brother, my sister, every year on the 16th of February, the day that they were killed, the day Janani Luwum, the Archbishop, was killed, Uganda celebrating, the whole country celebrates truth to power. Today we remember you. Today we honor you. You spoke truth to power. He left behind a widow by name Mary Lawinyo and 9 children. He was buried at his home village of Lukwini in the Kitgum district. Archbishop Luwum is recognized as a martyr by the Anglican Communion, and his statue is amongst the 12th century martyrs on the front of the Westminster Abbey, even in London. My brother, my sister, so in London, there is a statue for him celebrating him, and in Uganda, he's also celebrated for speaking truth to power. He is honored on the liturgical calendars of the Anglican Church of Australia, Anglican Church of Canada, Scottish Episcopal Church, and Church in Wales on the 3rd of June every year. My brother, my sister, he is honored on the liturgical calendars of the Anglican Church in Aotearoa, and also in New Zealand and Polynesia, Episcopal Anglican Church in Brazil, also in England and the United States on the 17th. He's celebrated in all these countries. My brother, my sister, that is what it is. Today we celebrate the great Archbishop Janani Luwum. He died a painful death for speaking truth to power. How many of our clergymen speak truth to power? How many of our clergymen will say, oh, it's all about the Bible. Let's forget politics and deal with the Bible. If politics is killing everybody, who will you preach the Bible to? Today we remember you. Oh, Papa. Papa, uninyamenko. Papa, why be what? Archbishop Janani Luwum. Oh, Papa. Mese uninyamenko. Papa, mese uninyamenko. Oh, yeah, Papa. He was shot 17 times. Once in his mouth and 16 times in his chest. He was murdered for speaking the truth. Oh, Papa. Yeah, Papa. Papa, me no beko. Papa, me se me no beko wate. Yeah, Papa, me se me no beko. Papa, me no beko. Papa, me no beko. Papa, baba yo. Papa, me se me no beko wate. Papa, me se me no beko. Yeah, Papa. Papa, uni yaminko. Papa, damri fadio. Oh, Papa. In the burden of knowledge, I ask you, now that we know, what would you do? Now that you know the story of Janani Luwum, the Archbishop of the Church of Uganda, what would you do? bianeni oleye mini obafe ye zunda kagane mezaka yini ye papa ngobo kaye nan fifi ya ye nya no kai na wo bana ehu ebeden mesi bana ehu ebe ya bade lele ya jima singa be konne oh Archbishop Janani Luwum uni yamiko wate uni yamiko
To worry, to